back, YouTube. This is 2.0 coming back with more Idle Heroes content. Today we got something brand new and I'm very excited to share it with you guys. And basically, as you can see, we're on yet another different account, but someone reached out to me and asked me, hey, can you look over my account, maybe help me in Sealand, maybe push tower a little bit. So we're going to check everything out. So far, it looks like you got a full E5 team, although it kind of looks like you mixed a few things around. Starting off with Tara, though, we'll just kind of check builds and all that, and I'll just give my advice. So first things first, Tara is one of my favorites. I definitely think he could stay on the team and that he's very, very useful. But let's kind of see what you're rocking on him. First things first. So you got full warrior set, and I know you said you had, an interesting build. Holy damage, attack, HP is kind of what I run, but I also run mine with the magic stone sword, so it's a little bit more tanky. So, I mean, maybe you could always try to build off that attack crit, or the attack crit. So, I mean, you could go, attack, holy damage, attack. That could also be a build. You're kind of rocking tank your gear, or tank your enables, which is fine. Ada with armor break, that is very interesting. I would kind of swap that. Armor break it's just a weird stone. For me, I run speed and attack on mine, although I don't really use mine that much. I've seen, HP with reduced damage. That is phenomenal in Aspen Dungeon. Crit is fine. Holy damage skill. Yeah, I would probably keep crit. Rui's very interesting, but again, I get it. The speed, the petrify. You could always try to run a speed stone on her, although I do like crit for PvE. Let's see. I mean, you could, yeah, again, I would just run speed. The healing on the second enable isn't exactly worth it. You could always just make her glass cannon as quick as she can. Although, again, it really depends on what you're going for. For Aspen Dungeon, you kind of have to build them different. For PvE, you definitely have to build them different. She doesn't really have a self-heal, and she wants to be hurt. So, by having extra HP, kind of offsets that. And then Garuda, there's so many different ways to build it. Crit, attack. I mean, with that, you could even throw the, the staff Punisher of Immortal. I don't think that's right. The crit that you have on Tar, you could throw on this Garuda. But again, Antlers Cane is phenomenal. For PvE, you definitely want Antlers Cane on Garuda. She's an absolute monster. But I definitely see, more attack-oriented. So, like, just attack, holy damage on her. And kind of a mixed enable where it is mostly just attack. Or you could go fully tank, and this one kind of looks a little more tank as well. I run Kiss a Ghost on mine, but attack. You could even switch these, honestly. I mean, just because, like, this one has attack, it might benefit more from the Antlers Cane. But again, the HP, I don't know. Again, that's kind of up to you. It just kind of seems like your builds are, I don't want to say different. Obviously, everyone has different stones. But, I would kind of make your Garudas more, if they're tanky, throw HP on there. If they're offensive, go full glass cannon. Cthulga, I generally don't know anything about. I know people run HP or attack HP, but yours kind of looks fine. As long as he's alive, he's doing fine. And I think that's it. But again, one of the big problems that I see is you don't really have a healer. So I would kind of recommend, I noticed that you have two other people. You have Ra and Belrain. We'll kind of see how close you are on Sealand before I recommend anything else. But for initially, those 6 heroes, they look fine. And then you got a carry going on here. Speed HP, that's exactly what you want. You want speed HP, speed attack. And then, these skins are always phenomenal. But, you have a lot of projects going on and a lot that we can work with right away. First things first, though, is I would say work on specific projects. Like you got Olivia, you got Aspen, kind of in the background. You got Michelle, who doesn't exactly need to be there. You got Ignis, who, is totally fine. But, like, you just got a ton of, like, little projects. And I think if you put it all into one, you can make quite a bit more in the future. Because, again, it's like you don't really want to feed any of these. So then you kind of have to go down here. You can make Cruz, a 10-star, 9-star food, whatever. But you don't really want to feed most of these people. So I would say, start building more food. That way you could pump it into, either Amun Ra or Bell Rain. I would keep Heart Watcher at 9-star for now. But personally, I would go Amun Ra just because it looks like you might have better luck in Sealand Dark than Light. However, I guess you do have Priest Gear. Belrain would probably be a better healer for PvP, but again, you got Ra, and she's not bad at all. If you pair Ra with the Deer Pet, it is pretty snazzy as well. You got 64 Profit Orbs, which I would start saving for Black Friday, and again, you're kind of low on scrolls, but I know you just got two of the new heroes, so you can't assume to have more than what you got. But still, I would kind of just focus on maximizing all of your events resources. Your bag is kind of shy, so you don't have too much in here. You could probably, you got one Belrain. I don't know if you have any Raws. You got 2 Sherlocks. So again, he could be a build in the future. But for now, I would say work on getting a healer. Artifacts. Obviously, you want to push for artifacts, and it's so easy to get them now, a lot easier than it was, with universal crystals and your VIP 9, so you're a decent spender. So I would just say, try to focus on those real quick, and that, no matter where you're at, will help you so much. Your artifacts were nice, but you could use, a little bit more. Like, the crown is phenomenal. Magic Stone Sword helps a little bit with tanky. Stuff like that. Even another Rui is phenomenal. But again, Crown, AMBs, stuff like that are gonna be hot. So let's see, 15, 16, 9, 14, 16. So Cthulga maxed out there for sure. I have high hopes for Dark for sure. Let's jump in there and I'll kind of see what's going on. So placement wise, it's been a while since I've done this, but whenever I did it, I had DA, Aspen, and then I want to say the rest were just Amun Ra, and it got me up to 18 at the end of the day. So, with your lineup, I assume you could get close. You got Carry, which is phenomenal. You have a Drake, and I guess if he hits the main boss, his Black Hole Mark, can definitely pop, do an extra little bit of damage. You do have enough carries and enough Raws, it looks like. The only thing is you're going to want to level your Raw up to 10-star for sure. There's no question in my mind. I want to say the other one had energy as well. But either way, you're going to want to run both of those with energy, and then you're going to want one with reduced damage. I definitely think it's doable. You're going to want your Aspen higher as well. Let's see. Yeah, so Raw 10-star for sure. Aspen definitely needs to be at least 9, but again, anything higher than that would help. And I guess outside of that, maybe work on getting some Fearless Armors and then some energy artifacts. Obviously, we didn't gear anything up phenomenal. I just wanted to see if they could live a round or two. Next thing, let's go over here, as there's so many different statues. So it kind of looks, are you pushing the light side? No, I hope not. I guess everything is even. Okay, dark looks a little bit higher. One thing that I would say though is pick a side. It doesn't even matter because at this point you're a little spread out everywhere. Pick a side and commit. I would go for dark just because you're already more invested over here. But again, it's kind of up to you. Just, I say, get one side done. It'll help in Sealand, it'll help in literally every aspect of the game. And what are you going for here? You're going for dark, which is totally fine. You need dark food. I support it. If you find, light or dark 9 stars, go for that. Outside of that, looks like you're active enough in here. Probably don't have to say much else. Keep it going. Speed is maxed. Cargo is maxed. Interesting. But yeah, outside of that, it's looking phenomenal so far. So again, on that aspect, keep it up. Keep it up. And let's check, I guess Tower of Oblivion, we could totally do that. I'm not phenomenal in this, but we'll have to see. You basically only have one lineup. Occasionally you could throw in carry, but outside of that, I feel like you're getting so far in the tower that you just need kind of specific heroes and luck for the most part. Again, I'm not huge on DA, but I know she can nuke in PvE. Let's see what else. Cthulga, again, I've never had one, so it's kind of hard for me to say, well, he's good here, well, this and that. Double Garuda is very, very strong, though. And let's see. Ada, you're going to want to keep Ada for, ever. She is one of the best, especially in stuff like this. Whenever enemies ramp, she ramps as well. And that's phenomenal. And then Tara, again. Tara, I love him. So again, I guess Cthulga and DA are just kind of the oddballs. You could even swap both of them, for Ra and Belrain. You don't need Ra, but I figure if you're going for Sealand anyways, she's going to be at least, 10 star plus. This isn't looking too bad, but yeah, the poison's right there. Yeah, again, that wasn't too bad. That was a little bit better than I expected, but as you could see, they didn't really do too much. DA, if she doesn't, go off immediately or, round 2, then she's kind of done for. And, CC's her biggest enemy because it's like you want to build her a specific way, but she doesn't always work for it. So again, that's that. Let's check your PvP side of things. You're rank 7. I don't really have to say anything on that aspect. So I guess overall, I would, find some of these super hard to beat people, add them on your friends list, and then see the weak areas. For example, it could be DA, it could be Cthulga. You know your lineup better than me, but I would swap those two out, and I would get yourself a healer or a support character. You could swap one out for Sherlock. You could swap one out for, a carry even. You could swap the other out for a healer, and that's kind of what I would do. Obviously, carry's so strong, and I know you were kind of talking about building a carry up, and I think that's very wise, but your DA has 2 stones, so you might want to consider converting, but again, at the end of the day, it's not that huge of a deal if you just regress her, lose a little bit. At the end of the day, I say go for artifacts and a healer, and it'll help you so much. Climb dark, I feel like that would be better than your forest, because you would need, an Olivia and then a few roses to max it out, and you basically have everything that you want for Dark Sealand. So again, that is my recommendation. Save up on all your resources and try to maximize everything. I'll do this for you. Hey, I got you a 4-star out of a basic. That's not too bad. But again, one thing that I love about YouTube is there's a community here. So anyone who is watching and has made it this far, comment down below what you would do to help this account move forward. Again, I would say probably swap DA. You might even keep Cthulga because Aspen Dungeon, he's phenomenal in there. But, you can regress, swap whatever do with DA, up Amon Ra, and then start working on someone else, maybe even Belrain. I mean, those two were phenomenal, but you got Carrie at 10-star. She could also get swapped into most of your lineups, and you would probably like it a lot more. I know I did that, and I just think that it works so much better having Carrie. But again, it's up to you. Let me know what you guys think down below, and I can't wait to do more of these. It was my first one, so I do apologize if I missed anything, and if I did, I would definitely check back in, and if you have any questions, message me. I can't wait to hear from you guys. But anyways, let me know what you guys are doing down below, and how's your account going? Anyways, guys, my name is 2.Show, and by the way, I am feeling better, so, ignore that voice. But I hope you all have a fantastic day, and remember, stay snazzy, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.